All right, everybody. Welcome to 20 to Midnight, the most relaxing D&D stream online. Just sort of a very low-key adventure where small problems are overcome in a straightforward manner. I am your guided meditation host, Gabriel, and I'm here with our two players. Right, guys? That's the vibe. That's what we do here.
Yeah, that's the vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly right, just like that. My name is Beth Eyre, and I play all parts of Helena Hailstorm, the human fighter from the Veldrin Empire.
Helena Hailstorm
Tonight-
Incorporated.
Right.
The two sides of Helena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two and counting.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. And I am Emma Sherr-Ziarko. I play the one and only Calistoga Vance, who has had a little bit of a resurrection story, but is still just one entity, who is a tiefling sorcerer from Bas-Saranath. And I'm in Santa Fe, New Mexico, the land of enchantment.
Gotta
Yeah.
get that sponsorship deal.
Gotta
in there.
get that sponsorship in there.
gotta fulfill the commitment. Santa Fe,
Yeah.
I hear, lovely place, wonderful place to take a
It
vacation
is.
and relax.
It is, the weather's great.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's almost 70 degrees. It's there we
Here in
go.
New York, we are under freezing. So, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Jeez. We did have snow on Saturday here, so
Okay, so
Yeah, I
it
saw that.
yeah. I can barely remember it now, but
well, and that's how you know that global warming is solved. Don't need to worry about that
yeah.
anymore.
Yep.
Good
Yep.
to know.
You guys want to play D&D, or should we just delay it by making more jokes for a second?
I don't know.
Yeah. I that was your meditation voice is very soothing, Gabriel.
Jokes
I
are
have to
nice.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Emma, you pick up your staff and you swing it through the air, bashing the head of the unassuming goblin, killing it. Very dead.
The through line of this campaign is Cal accidentally killing people
Yeah.
with her staff.
Cal's unexpected lethality in moments when it's
Yeah.
probably better if she wasn't that lethal. Yeah, sure.
Better if it didn't happen. Yeah. But yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. So, what happened last time? Honestly, lots of comedy happened last time. Funny stream last time. Because our hero...
It was actually pretty funny.
Our heroes got to meet the great Solvinus, the hero that had saved the day by riding a gold and silver dragon, using them to destroy the behemoth. They were shocked to discover that Solvinus was like the concept of Jeff the Elf if it had run away from Cal and became a person. Sort of this, incredibly handsome kind of Prince Charming blonde knight type that just was like kind of a surfer bro and just could not wait to tell you all of these very long shaggy dog stories.
Yeah.
You all assumed that something was up, and spent kind of honestly the next hour trying to get into his house. Foiled by policemen that were just kind of in the area and were like, you want to get into Mr. Popular's house with a zombie? We have so many questions. Like, this sounds suspicious as all heck. You were delayed by, packs of teenage girls who were trying to get closer to the gallant hero. You were delayed by Satus's flickering in and out of consciousness. But when you eventually did get into Solvinus' estate, you found a lot. Like you found the plot, as you found Blaze and Avanzada in the garden of this beautiful estate. You also found Solvinus, who revealed himself as the curator, who once again had taken an interest in you. And you sort of got the evil plan, which kind of ultimately amounted to, look, this ancient, crazy, destructive, exiled god of death is really close to coming back. If you guys kind of don't use this last pyramid to bring it back, it's kind of a wet blanket of an ending to this story. I kind of want to see where it goes. And so he used the cosmic, life-altering, reality-warping powers of the last pyramid to hook himself up with a nice martini, just to ask something of it. Which immediately set off this cataclysm as the barriers between the temporal realities that had kept the being known as the Exiled One trapped started to break down. And you guys instantly decided that every other pending piece of business that you had in the city could definitely wait. And just got on your dragons and flew away from there. And as you were flying like a literal bat out of hell, you caught a glimpse of a massive, fiery, black obsidian monster of a dragon with sort of rivulets of magma running through its body, which you assume is the Exiled One. And that's kind of where we left things off. Any big things that I'm forgetting?
I think that's the gist of it. Yeah.
From the last time, there's a couple of pending pieces of business. Maeve kind of made a point about bringing Helena back is a tricky thing. If you want to do that, number one, you need a really fucking good cleric. Don't just get some random preacher from the street to do it. And step one is going to be to destroy Zombie Helena effectively. Which I don't think which I think Zombie Helena now knows. I think that tumbled.
I think she does
out of
now
the curator. So that's a thing for Zombie Helena to think about. And you were given a card by a servant of your old patron, Cal, the Dark Denizen. And, well, you're now flying away from the city where that was located, so maybe that's not a thing we're worrying about, but...
Never was plan A.
Sure.
So, good riddance to him.
But, but as they once said in Futurama, uh-oh, someone's looking desperate.
Yep. Okay.
But all right.
So we're flying.
In fact, I need a quick perception check.
Oh, good.
Zombie Helena.
Yeah. Both of you are rolling.
Excellent. Okay.
14.
7.
The 14 does it.
Okay.
You hear from to your left sort of this slightly choked sound, and then Satus's voice as he goes, guys, I think that it might be... And as he does that, he falls asleep, tumbling out of the back of Avanzada, even as she tries to sort of compensate for it. And as we sort of go into bullet time, you see him as he, leaves the back of the dragon.
Avanzada, grab him.
Okay, so this is a very graceful creature, a majestic gold dragon.
Yeah.
This majestic gold dragon just rolled a 2 on their dexterity saving throw. So it's real fucking awkward as she, tries to kind of, she sort of does the equivalent of no, wait, I've almost got, but he,
The claws.
but he slips through the claws.
Blaze.
Oh no.
Blaze, catch him.
All right, well, let's hold on tight, Zombie Helena, because Blaze is going to try to do sort of a, pinpoint maneuver to just, swoop down and catch him.
Okay.
Roll me an animal handling check. Let's start there.
Zombie Helena's rolling an animal handling check. Great.
I'm really glad that the person with zombie reflexes is the one that is engaging with this.
I know, right?
Yes.
So that is an 8.
Okay, cool. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Okay. Hey, I got an 18.
Okay,
Somehow.
great. And just roll me one more d20.
That one is a 4.
Something about there's a disconnect here. Zombie Helena is kind of on point in terms of what she wants the dragon to do, but she's still new at sort of the like commanding the rider thing. Blaze doesn't quite see what's happening fast enough. By the time that they dive, they just like miss Satus by a nick. He's now falling downwards through the clouds.
Okay, Volt, we're up.
Uh-huh.
I think it's time for Cal to get him to dive as fast
Wait,
as he can.
hang on a second. I think that I'm forgetting about. Do you have any spell slots left at the moment, Emma?
You're right. So in Featherfall is out.
Okay, great. Let's see how we do. Let's get an animal handling check.
Great. That's a natural 20.
Hell yeah. All right, roll me a d20 with advantage, please.
Okay. 19.
Yes.
If anything, it shows what like that extra training with the Solanese Navy can accomplish.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Cal and Volt, even though Volt is now sort of like the smaller dragon, just like fighter jet style, just like break formation and dive straight down. Volt sort of sleeks back his wings, makes himself perfectly aerodynamic, snatch, and just like grabs the falling Satus by the shoulders with his claws, and then flies back up to join Blaze and Avanzada.
Amazing.
Amazing. Okay, great. I think we gotta head to...
Shall I tie him on? Shall I tie him on?
I think let's get out of here, and
Okay.
then maybe if we can find a sort of safe place to land for a minute
Sure.
and secure him, that sounds great. But you got him, Volt? Okay, let's go.
Roll me another perception check, both of you.
13.
Also 13.
With a 13, you all of a sudden feel this blast of heat behind you. Almost as if,
Shit.
like if you were in an air-conditioned room and somebody opened the door to outside, and outside it was a blazingly hot day. And behind you, you don't see anything approaching, you don't see anything giving chase, but you see sort of this like dark plume of smoke that now is around the town where you were, and through it, the flickering light of what is probably a massive fire.
Oh boy. Okay. I mean, here's the thing. As mentioned, I am out of spell slots.
Uh-huh.
And we have to reckon with your situation, Helena. And so I think we need to get out of here as fast as we can, and either to the nearest eye of the storm, or if we can make it to a town where there is a temple to the Night Star, because we need some healing, we need some restoration, and we got to figure out what we're doing. We need a game plan.
Ring Helena is like, yes, we need to do that stuff quickly.
Okay.
We
Yes.
need to get you up to strength, and we probably need to fix the zombie situation because not up to speed, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
think
would like
so.
to be alive again.
Yes, I would like you to be alive again.
Great. So where are we going?
Would Cal know, or would they know where either the nearest big city in Kel Moltren is, or
Well,
where there might be an Eye of the Storm or a temple to the Night Star?
Well, okay, so you notice a couple of interesting things all at once.
Okay.
So Blaze and Volt both seem very like, away's good, running away.
Yeah.
Why we can fly faster? Why are we not flying faster? You occasionally glimpse Avanzada baring her teeth a little bit and glancing behind her. You maybe get the sense that she is spoiling for a fight more than the other two are. And as you are sort of watching that, you're having your conversation with ring Helena and sort of having this kind of like, all right, where should we go?
Yeah. Yeah.
As you're sort of looking around, you find Zombie Helena staring at you.
Hello.
Who are you talking to?
So I'll tell you, I will, but we should get out of here. We need to get somewhere safe.
Safe.
Safe-ish.
Yeah, huh? How long have you known that we would need to,
Listen, I was going to tell you, but, Maeve told me.
Oh, Maeve, right.
Yeah. I mean...
That hurts.
I'm sorry. Listen, I know you're in there. I know you are Helena, but I need all of Helena.
Rawr.
And I need her...
That comes from Volt as he gestures downwards. You were flying away out of Akaros, a city on the eastern edge of Kel Moltren. You have just cleared the mountain range that separates it from the rest of the country, which means that right now you are flying over the Boons, a massive swamp that is in the middle of the continent, a misty marshland full of overgrown vegetation. And it seems that Volt is sort of going like, we could land here, and even if we don't land here, maybe flying close to like the weird marshy misty area is a good way to get some cover.
Okay. Yeah. Good boy, Volt. You're so smart. Such a smart boy. So yeah, I think Volt's right. Let's go down. Let's go down a little bit. So we're in a little bit of cover.
You dive.
Because we are 3 dragons and a zombie and an unconscious person.
You dive through the mist and the vegetation, eventually finding a patch of dry land amongst the marshland that has both mist over it and sort of a treetop canopy over it. And it is large enough to fit the 3 dragons. And as you sort of do,
nice.
Blaze is the first one to land, followed by Avanzada and then Volt. The dragons, at least, seem to think that this might be a good place to catch your breath and strategize for a moment.
Yeah. I trust these dragons.
I gotta say, I hate this marsh.
It's not nice. It's not nice, but it beats burning up in a fire caused by an ancient demon dragon god. So, let's talk.
Okay.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to hurt you.
Oh, you're going to do it yourself?
I don't think... I don't know. I think we should get to a good cleric and see what they say, because maybe they're wrong. Maybe Maeve's wrong.
Because you think the real Helena is, what, inside your ring?
I mean, it sounds a lot like her.
Can I talk to her?
I'll ask Helena.
Oh, this is getting difficult. We don't really have time for this, Cal, do we? And she speaks really slow.
She does. She does. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is your call.
I just think we should save the world. There is a very real chance we're all going to die here, and
yes, I
things are
agree.
getting quite tricky. You know, a lot of things would be ideal. It would be ideal to have Harriet here. It would be ideal to be in my actual body, but
here in this
time.
fested, fetid swamp,
Yeah.
I cannot emphasize.
This is
I
our
cannot
home
emphasize
now.
how many mosquitoes there are in the air.
This
I
is our
don't
home now.
want Harriet to be eaten by mosquitoes. I would just like to have a word with her before I potentially die forever. But it's not all about me. I know that.
Yes. Um, so, do you want to talk to Zombie Helena?
I mean, she was wearing the ring to begin with. I don't
Yeah.
even know if that would work.
I don't know either, but I have a hard time just stringing her along. She is you in some weird way,
Yeah, I see that.
but so um should I give you to her for just a minute?
We can see if it works.
All right. Okay, Helena.
Quick D20 for a second here, Cal.
Okay.
Before we go nuts.
That's a 5.
Go nuts. Go for
Yeah.
it.
Okay. I think I know what you're thinking. Doesn't she need to attune to it?
No, that's not what I was thinking at all.
That's not what you were thinking? Okay.
Oh, dear.
All right. Okay. Helena, I'm going to give you the ring to talk to Helena with.
Okay.
And I don't know if it will work, but I do ask that when you're done having your conversation that you give it back to me.
You want me to give the ring back to you
Yes, please.
so you can keep talking to other me without
in case
me.
in case something happens to you, this is how we keep you alive.
In case something happens to me.
Again, in case something
No,
happens
yeah,
to you
no.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I'm put in a really tough situation here. The world is ending. My best friend is a zombie and a disembodied voice in my head, and I don't know what the
Yeah,
right thing to
I
do
understand
here is.
that it's hard for you, Cal.
You poor thing.
Okay, here you go.
Okay.
I give her the ring.
You put it on and nothing happens. Within the ring, it is all dark around Spirit Helena.
Can you hear her?
Cal, it's slow. Maybe it's broken.
Can you give it back to me? Let me see if it works for me still.
Okay.
Okay. And I put the Helena ring
Yeah,
back on.
it works.
Okay. I can hear her.
Yeah,
So-
Ring Helena's like, I think this is a bit of a bust. We could pass on some messages, perhaps.
Yes, I promise to relay the correct information to you, Helena. Zombie Helena. If you have a question for Helena, ring Helena, Zombie Helena. If you want to talk, I'll be the in-between, and I'll do my best.
Okay. So Ring Helena would like to say,
This is going so much better than I could have dreamed.
Has anybody seen Severance?
Yeah.
I haven't, so I'm well behind.
yeah. This
Okay.
is no spoilers, but this is reminding me of
Any
the scene in
versus
that.
outie.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay.
Cal, could you tell Helena, this is Ring Helena talking,
Yes.
that this is a difficult situation, that it seems that Helena's spirit is in this ring, and as she now knows, the body has to be dead for the spirit to get back into it. And no one wants that. But she's currently a zombie, and we don't really know how that works. If it will last. If she's really gonna be herself. Ourself in the future. And it's not Cal's fault.
Thank you for that.
And we don't know what to do yet, but I think we would like to be properly alive again soon, if possible. And this is what we got currently. But if she has anything to say about that, that's fine.
I will relay that information.
Yeah, this is my question. How accurately do you relay this information?
I'll relay it pretty accurately. I'll as accurately as I can, you know, as an interpreter would. As word for word as possible.
Okay. So you hear all of that, Zombie Helena. Roll me a quick religion check.
Zombie Helena gets 14.
And roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Uh-oh.
10.
So you hear all of this, Helena, and you are just transported, or Zombie Helena, excuse me. You hear all of this, and you're just transported to this memory of a play that your aunt took you to see in your youth about a man who had invented this incredible device that when one person stepped into the device in point A, they would appear in point B. And the man talked a lot about how his invention transported people from point A to point B. But at some point in the play, somebody started to ask questions about, like, well, how does it work? And the man explains that the device, you know, reads you when you step into the machine, disassembles you, and then assembles you the same way in a different place. And young you, seeing this play, you were just struck by the thought of, that's not transportation at all. That is, you know, that is creating a new thing that is like me. But from the perspective of me, I would step into this machine, there would be a flash of light, and then it would be endless black forever.
Mm.
Yeah. So, my concern is, it's gonna feel like I'm dead though, right? To me. And also, I am me. I remember everything. And the ring person, how do you know that that's not some weird trick? Like,
The ring that the Solanese gave you. Incredibly valid point.
yeah, like, it's me, Kel.
I believe it is you, but I also think this is you. I think they're both you.
So,
And in order to get you back whole, you are the body, she is the spirit.
how do you know?
I don't know. I got
So
magic. I got magic
reassuring.
instinct. Yeah.
What if you're wrong?
Well, I accept that might be a possibility, but
Oh,
we
you
don't have
accept
this
that.
mountain of available time, Zombie Helena.
Helena, my name is Helena.
I was going to say, it would not escape or notice that adjustment now crept in all of a sudden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you planned how you're gonna do it, Cal?
No, I don't even know that I can do it, Helena.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to talk to somebody soon who might know. And my best guess is someone at the Temple of the Night Star, or the Night Star herself.
Yes.
I'm open to a solution where we don't kill you.
Oh, you're open to that.
Yes, very much so.
Great.
But I just, the world is ending.
Yeah.
We all might die anyway.
Yep.
And so we do need to figure this out sooner rather than later.
I agree.
And I also, regardless, I need to get my magic back. So, I need somebody who can help me replenish that. So that's my number one goal. What you two want to do, I leave to you, but that's my plan.
Can I talk to her again?
Yes.
Helena?
And I'll repeat this as she's saying it.
I don't know how this is gonna look, but I know we already died on this quest at least once, and we knew that was a possibility when we faced it. I think it would be better for us, for Harriet, if one of us at least survives. And unfortunately, as a zombie, I think it is less likely that that's going to work out. You're not as fast and strong as we were. None of these are ideal solutions.
Cal,
Yes.
as quick insight check. 1 second.
Okay. Insight. 14.
With a 14, you don't think that Helena realizes that she is unsheathing her sword as she says the last.
Wait, Helena.
That zombie Helena, as she was saying this last speech, was pulling out her sword.
Wasn't that Ring? That was Ring Helena.
Oh,
It was, yes.
like this. The person who was just talking was
That
Ring
was-
Helena.
Yes,
see.
so
I got mixed up into Helenas.
That's really
Yeah.
fair enough. I should have been
Yeah.
clear.
Apologies.
I knew who it was.
Okay, in that case,
That's
never
okay.
mind. In that case, never mind.
Okay, never mind. No
No
unsheathing of
unsheathing
the sword.
Dangerous
Okay.
business, though.
Okay, but good to know. All right, friends. Good points are being made on both sides, all around. But here's the thing: the world is about to end. This is
Yep.
it. This is the big fight, and Satus is kind of in, kind of out. So it's down to me and one of you, and I think I hate to say it, but I think Ring Helena makes a good point, which is that we don't know how much longer you have, Helena.
Quick Arcana check, Cal.
It's bad. 5.
Who knows what animates necromantic bodies? One of the great mysteries of life. Who could say anything?
Yeah. Who could
Certainly
say?
not somebody that that got a C on her introduction to necromancy class.
Definitely. Listen, I'm a sorcerer, not a wizard.
Sure.
Okay.
Damn it,
yeah.
man! I'm a sorcerer, not a wizard.
Yeah. So here's what I think. I think we should, as you suggested, I think we should tie Satus to Avansata and to secure him and make our way to the nearest city we can find.
Oh.
And
You done?
and try to find a cleric and or a Temple of the Night Star. We have to do something, and we have to do it fast. We can't just sit here arguing forever.
Okay. So Zombie Helena, I think, says slowly,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, let's get out of here, but not just find some cleric. Can we please find a good cleric? Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe
Yes.
they can stick us back together and just,
Maybe.
get rid of the zombie bit.
Maybe. Yeah. I hope so. But yes, let's find a good cleric.
A good cleric.
A good cleric.
Okay. Right, I'll tie Satus. I love tying.
As the tying happens, once again, that card in your breast pocket, Emma, sort of grows a little bit conspicuously colder.
Yeah.
And,
What you doing, Cal?
Emma, roll me 2d20s, please.
2?
2d20s, please.
Well, I got a 6 and a natural 20.
God, how do I want to handle this? I'm gonna what's up you a thing that you notice.
Okay.
More things I don't notice. Endless.
Wow, what great tying you're doing, Helena.
It's great, isn't it? And Ring
It
Helena's
really.
I'm glad she gave the ring back, Cal. Don't give it to her again.
I don't think that will work, so I won't.
No, but also...
I am gonna be honest. The entire every single second that she had the ring, I was like, she's gonna take that and swallow it, and just be like, you know,
Could happen.
yeah, like that was the thought. That was the thought that I kept having.
Okay. I'm just gonna check on the dragons, just see how they're doing.
Are you talking to me?
I'm just talking. I'm just saying what Cal is doing.
You're checking on the dragons that I'm stood by.
I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah, I mean,
The
we
dragon
just
that
got
you are
them.
tying
You
Satus to.
You keep your tying.
With Avanzada.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check in with Volt and Blaze.
Okay, I'll be right here.
Okay, thank you. And I'm going to, check quickly on Volt. Volt, how you doing?
As you do that, you notice that Volt has actually disappeared.
What?
And as you say his name, you hear a slight splash.
Volt?
And a moment later, he re-enters the clearing, the carcass of a young alligator in his mouth.
Whoa.
Oh,
Says Ring
good.
Helena.
Yeah. Wow. Come back here, Volt.
Share
that with your
the
siblings.
alligator corpse.
Yeah.
Uh,
Whoa.
Come share that with your
shambles up to
siblings.
you. And yeah, the Volt and Blaze both sort of like lower their heads and start eating from the corpse. Although the thing that Emma, never fully goes away.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, okay, how's the tying going?
Yeah, I've done several layers of tying. You happy?
Does he look pretty secure? Do you think he's pretty secure?
Let me check. Pretty secure.
Okay.
Oh, hey guys.
All right.
No, I'm kidding.
What a tease.
Could somebody untie me, please? No, I'm kidding.
No, you're stuck there.
Now that that's complete,
too.
Avanzada also takes some bites from the alligator.
Okay, good. All right, we want our girls and boy well fed for this journey. Where and I think Cal says this in her head to Helena, where should we go?
You okay there, Cal?
Yeah, I don't know. I saw something. I think Blaze is a little suspicious of Zombie Helena. I don't think she likes her smell or something.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess they've been apart for a long
sense.
time.
And she is a zombie.
Well,
So
yes.
I don't know. But I feel like Zombie Helena is in a very fragile state, so I don't think I'm gonna say anything about that right now.
Okay. Right, where can we find a cleric?
Yeah, where
good
can
one.
we find that's a great question. What do you think?
I've never been my exact area of expertise. Let me think.
Wait,
So for the
where's Harry?
For the record, if you just sort of like flew straight across the boons to the other side of the swamp, one of the nearest places would be Cloudfall, at the bottom of Mount Firmament. And you know that there's an Eye of the Storm there. You know for sure, you've now been there a few times, that there is not a particularly good, you know, whatchamacallit, clerical service there. But, like, it's a city and it has an Eye of the Storm.
It has an Eye of the Storm. There's also, what's her name there?
Maisie.
That we climbed. No, the one we climbed Mount Firmament to meet.
Oh, Aurelia?
Aurelia,
Yeah, that's a thought.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we do have dragons now.
Sure.
We could fly to the top of Mount Firmament.
She traditionally is quite furious with us, isn't she? But maybe worth a
And
try.
she helped us.
She is one of the more understanding of the remaining Eladrin. She definitely likes you more than Lurian Barnest.
Yeah, then...
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, she definitely... she definitely doesn't like us, but we could try... Well, yeah, okay. I think let's go to Cloudfall.
Alternatively, if you go sort of past Cloudfall and hang towards the north, Linvale, which is the capital of Eldria, and where you left Harriet, is kind of one of the next stops in that trajectory.
Do we know how long it would take to get there?
By dragonflight? Probably a couple of hours.
By dragonflight?
It's probably maybe
hours?
like 2 hours to get to Cloudfall, maybe 5 hours total to get to Linvale.
Okay. I think we should stop in Cloudfall because we've got friendlies there for sure. And we should check in with Maeve, maybe with Aurelia. And then if they can't help, then we move on to Linvale and we check in with Harriet, and I believe there's a temple to the Night Star there. So that's my plan. What do you think? And this is to ring Helena.
I think it's a good plan. I think we have to do it fast so there's a world left to save. I would quite like to speak to Harriet, but I would also like to get this sorted, and I don't think we have too much choice at the moment, so...
Yeah. And we could also, if we could leave the dragons with Maisie and all the folks there, we could potentially travel through the Eye of the Storm directly to Linvale.
Okay.
So...
Do you think we're being followed, or is it just because...
I don't know.
No, just something to be aware of, I think, and sort of...
Yeah.
Bringing...
Hoping that the giant dragon of death is focused on the death and the destruction at hand, not about the 3 little dragons that just flew away.
They're not that little.
No, they're big. They're bigger.
Pretty small.
But compared to him,
pretty small.
Yeah.
Okay, so speedily we go.
Yes. Okay, Helena. This is to Zombie Helena.
Yep.
I think the thing to do is to make it to Cloudfall.
So we can find a really good cleric?
Yeah. I think we can see if they have a really good cleric there, or we can check in with Aurelia, who is like probably super powerful. If anybody can help, it would be her, right?
Didn't resurrect her own siblings.
No, but maybe she didn't like them.
We know that the relationship was strained.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay.
So you get back on the dragons and start to fly?
Yes. Okay. And Cal will kind of keep an eye on Zombie Helena getting on Blaze.
Sure. Yeah, no problems there.
Okay. No problems
roll
there.
Roll me a animal handling check, both of you.
Oh, good. Okay. 12.
I also got a 12.
That's good enough.
Oh, we keep doing that.
That is good enough.
All right.
Okay.
Great.
Now roll me a survival check, please.
Oh dear. I got a non-natural 1.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Wow. Wow.
Well, so
God.
there's a
And this is how the campaign ended.
so there's a fine line, it turns out, between fly low so that you're not seen and get tangled in the fucking canopies and just crash into a couple of trees, and at a certain point everyone just looks at each other, like the two of you, the dragons, ring Helena, everyone is like, fuck it, we need to just fly higher and get out of this mist, and if we're gonna make heads or
Right.
tails of this.
Great.
Which means that it is kind of a long, slow, cumbersome process to get out of the boons. And it actually takes you probably closer to 4 hours to even reach the edge of the swamp. And you sort of, as you sort of go into clearer, more straight land beneath your feet, you start to see the sun coming up over the horizon as dawn breaks on a new day. And as that happens, as you sort of start to leave the swamp behind, there's still quite a few miles to go before you get to Cloudfall. All of a sudden, Blaze begins flying upwards.
Oh.
Blaze. Let's go after her.
So Helena's
She's climbing.
way off.
She's climbing with Zombie Helena on her back, climbing
Okay.
6,000 feet.
Okay.
7,000
Blaze, what you
feet.
doing
Okay.
there? Blaze?
Blaze.
Blaze, I think we want to go a bit lower than
8,000
this.
feet.
Blaze.
Getting weird.
Beating those wings, 10,000 feet.
Do I have any meat on me?
Well, it depends on what appendages you're willing to sacrifice, I suppose.
No. Thank you.
12,000
Right
feet.
now. Blaze, we need to go down.
14,000. 15. Roll me a d20, Zombie Helena.
That's an 8.
As Blaze turns upside down, Zombie Helena tumbles and begins to free fall back towards the earth.
Oh my god.
Cal, technically speaking, you were climbing up after Blaze. So here's an interesting moment in the life of Calistoga Vance. Because you could try to do something, or you could allow matters to run their course as they were.
If I might chip in.
Yeah.
Just
In the split
I'm
second,
concerned.
as you see the body begin to fall towards you.
I am concerned that at this height, Cal, the body might be completely obliterated.
Very good. All right, fair point. Arcana checks, both of you.
Okay.
Uh,
14.
15.
If you are truly getting a top-of-the-line cleric to do this procedure, let me just look up what the minimum viable amount is before I tell you something that is not
Okay.
true.
Okay. Okay.
This is horrendous.
This is terrible.
Yeah, there's powerful enough clerics that even without the body could attempt a resurrection if the creature has been dead for less than 200 years and they know the creature's name.
Okay.
Let me just see what the one rung beneath that is.
Okay.
Yeah. The spell closes all mortal wounds and restores any missing body parts. So you Yeah, there's nothing here about like the body needing integrity, which it does with some of the lesser spells. So, you know, I don't think that you need to worry about this damaging the body past what what a spell could repair.
Yes.
I maybe you should try and save her if it's safe for you to do so.
I can try. I mean, it's got to be Volt or
Okay.
Avanzada.
And this is what we want to do? Actually, that's a good point.
I mean, you're the only one with limbs here, Cal, so ultimately...
Yeah.
As the body tumbles towards you, you actually see Avanzada beat her wings and sort of back away from it, giving it more space to tumble downwards.
Okay. Volt? Yes, Helena?
Just to make very quick thoughts, one, are we really sure that it will work without, and two, I don't know, I imagine it being less ignominious than this. I think we could maybe have won her round, and that, she out for self-sacrifice. She's me. Like...
Yeah.
And also, you'll feel bad. Maybe...
I will feel bad. I will feel
and
bad.
For the record, this will for sure kill her at this height.
I would have thought,
yeah.
Like this is... There is zero chance that this will not take away all her hit points.
Okay.
See, folks, what did I tell you? The most relaxing D&D stream online.
I just think you'll feel better if you try, Cal, as long as it's safe.
You're right, Helena. Volt, let's try.
Okay, let's begin with a simple animal handling check.
Okay. That's pretty good. 17.
Let us advance to our second course, an acrobatics check.
Okay. Well, that's not as good. 7.
Let us move on to a dexterity check, please.
Okay. God. 4.
Beth, could I have a Constitution saving throw, please?
From Zombie Helena. Yep. God, 17.
God. So close.
I know.
Yeah.
Cal.
Yeah.
Volt moves as fast as he can. He gets you in as good a position. You reach outward. You extend your hand. You close it around Helena's fingers.
Uh-huh.
With a snapping sound a moment later, the arm breaks and detaches.
Wow.
And she falls past you, leaving you still holding her arm in your hand.
Oh, God.
And you see as her body disappears through a cloud beneath you.
Okay, well, we gotta go find it.
I'm so sorry, Cal.
I tried.
Yeah, you did. You really did. You did try. You tried. You tried. You did all you could do.
Okay. Okay, let's go find her. Let's go find her body.
Before you do that, Avanzada sort of lowers herself back to like the height that the two of you are flying at. And then just kind of inclines her head a little bit and then begins flying downwards.
Okay. Blaze.
Blaze follows a moment later.
Okay. All right. Come on, Volt. Let's go down.
It happened over a plain, and it's not difficult to find the remains of the body. And perhaps at this point, more saliently, the armor and icebreaker and the rest of Helena's equipment. And the body is in a couple of different pieces and with quite a lot of viscera scattered about. But there are several larger elements that could be collected.
Okay.
Cal, I'm so sorry that you're
This
having
is
to.
pretty upsetting.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it is.
Sure wish that maybe Satus would wake up.
Camera pans over to Satus sleeping like a baby, still tied to Avanzada. Some drool sort of coming out down his chin.
Okay. Well, I guess there's nothing for it but to gather what we can and
Very brave use of the word we.
yeah. I'm beginning to think of myself as a we. And I don't know, go to Maeve, go to Aurelia.
Let's go to Aurelia.
Okay.
Or Maeve, whichever's first. It would be good to get you fixed up a bit.
Yeah.
Whichever's first.
All right.
I could not put it more horrifically than the chat has been putting it, so I'm just going to use their word. After, let's call it 20 minutes of work, you have a wet sack, which you can take with you.
Oh, God.
As well as, now there's like icebreakers strapped across your back, sort of like the various pieces of Helena's armor still in great condition, sort of like tucked away in your pack. As you sort of do that, and you sort of like finish up the job, Blaze growls a little bit. It's sort of in a like, hey kind of a way, like getting your attention.
Yeah, what's up, Blaze?
And she'll sort of go like, she'll gesture at what's left on the ground of the blood and the viscera. And then sort of, like gesture at the sword that is across your back and shake her head. And then she will gesture at the ring and then at the sword and nod.
Yeah, we're gonna get her back. We're gonna get her back, and she will wield the sword again. I'm just carrying it because I'm the only one here.
Roll me a quick insight check here, Cal.
Okay. Oh, God. 5.
All right, that thus endeth the communication. Alrighty.
Blaze, I'm not mad at you. I know why you did what you did. God, I hope we get her back.
Okie dokie. And thus you get back on the dragons. Well, one of you gets back on the dragon.
Yeah.
And fly on.
Yeah.
All right. That feels like a good time after all this fun to take a quick break and, just recover from how much laughing we've all been doing. Give our abdominal muscles a bit of a break from the nonstop chuckling. And we will be back with part 2 of our stream for today in just a little bit. See you all soon.